Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, yes, just a little review of the Space Wolves data cards. Now, I know they've been out a little while, but I was in my local hobby shop, and I managed to pick these up. So I thought, while I'm there, just pick them up. I haven't got the Space Wolves Codex yet. I have to admit, I am a Space Wolves player, as you all know. I've got a massive Space Wolves army, but it's unpainted at this moment in time. I have the wolves, I've got 30 wolves, they're painted, but I haven't painted any of the Marines. Now, I do plan on painting them. I'm aiming to start painting them in 2015, which will be great because the Codex will be locked and loaded by then, so I can start painting the necessary units, doing any changes that I need to do on my figures. But yeah, so I'm in no rush to actually get the Codex at the moment, to be honest with you. You know, money restraints and everything, but I thought for a £5 I'd buy these data cards while I had the opportunity. And this is just a little review for them. So, first of all, the box. So got that sort of Zen finish on there. Quite a nice little box actually. I mean, it's quite a tight fitting. But it does come off, so it's quite reasonable. I mean, I can't see that lid dropping off too drastically, which is good. So, yeah, if I can get it open. Inside, as described, you get the psychic powers to start with, which pretty cool. Obviously, I think we all know by now that, of course, the psychic powers. The main ones which we used to use, which was lightning and jaws, has obviously been slightly nerfed. I mean, I've got no qualms about that. To be fair, I know jaws, most people use jaws quite a lot, but I have to be honest, I tended to use living lightning more. I mean, that was the main one I used, but that has now been nerfed as well, only 18 inches. But it's fair to say, I'll just move the camera so you can see these a bit better. It's fair to say that all of the psychic powers in here are actually pretty good. I mean, they're quite reasonable. I mean, there's no duff one as such. I mean, they all potentially are usable. None of them are absolutely amazing, but then none of them are rubbish. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think they're all round generally quite reasonable psychic powers. So I'm certainly not disappointed. You know, I mean, the nerf, it was going to come, so, you know, we knew that. So generally, I would say, from those cards that I've seen there anyway, I'm reasonably happy with the psychic powers. You then get, in the box, the tactical objective cards, which are pretty cool looking. Very nice picture on there. And of course, these are basically the normal tactical objectives, except you've got, what, something like 6 new cards, which are specifically for Space Wolves. Now, I can sort of see why they've done it. Potentially, you know, it does change things up a bit, but let's be honest, they're doing it because they want you to buy more cards. Yeah. The fact that they put them in with the psychic powers, because I would definitely buy the psychic powers anyway, because I find it's much easier having these cards. And yes, okay, I could photocopy the book and have some little paper ones, but you know, I really like having the cards. I find them really useful. So I would have bought them anyway. The fact that these are in here, it was only a £5 for the lot, so it's not actually too bad. But ultimately, you know, it just means that every time you buy a Codex, really you need these cards, because you know you've got your 6 special cards in there. But putting that aside, yeah, I think it's actually quite reasonable value. I think you get a lot for your money, and I'm actually very happy with this purchase. So I am actually looking forward to getting the Codex at some point, and getting the rules out on the table. Although ideally, I'd like to play with painted armies if I can, or at least 80% painted. You know, I don't mind 1 or 2 units unpainted, but I prefer to play with a painted army like everyone does. So, yeah, my mission will be to get it painted. I want to finish up my Tyranids first, because I'm getting quite close to having everything I own painted in my Tyranid army. My Necrons, of course, they're totally painted. I don't play with any Necron units unless I painted them. That's my rule. And then my Eldar, well, it's a huge project because my Eldar I paint to the best quality I can. I don't tend to scrimp on those. My Tyranids, they have like a really fast and ready paint scheme. Still looks good, but it's quick, to be fair. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to completely finish painting my Tyranids this year, and then next year I want to start doing the Space Wolves. But we'll see what happens. All plans can change. Okay, so yeah, just a little review of this, and thanks for watching.